Hey there, Shabbat Shalom. Hope everybody had a great week. I know I'm very excited for Shabbat and that the sun is finally out. So this week's portions are actually, there are two this week because it's a double header. And we will be reading Behar and Bechukotai. So Behar is the first portion we read, and it talks a lot about periodic events that pop up in the Jewish calendar, which include the sabbatical year, which is a year that you give to your harvest every 7 years, that you no longer harvest your crops and you let them take a year, kind of like our Shabbat. And also the Jubilee year, which involves the transferring of property to its original owner. Also, second off, we're going to be reading Bechukotai, which is a portion very near and dear to my heart, as 4 years ago I was a shrimpy bat mitzvah girl reciting my Torah portion on Bechukotai. And this portion talks a lot about the different blessings and curses that the Jews face. So I'm excited to announce the first iris blooming in the Gans family garden, and it comes at a very appropriate time because this week's Parsha, Bechukotai, talks about the blessing we will receive if we live a holy life and heed God's commandments. And one of these blessings include rain, and we've had our fair share this week, but also we get food, we get security, we get the promised land. Those are all things that we get if we're faithful to God. On the other hand, if we're not so faithful, we are plagued with starvation and desolation and loneliness and fear. But the beauty is in the fact that we have the power to decide our own destiny. And with a life of holiness and a life of elevated consciousness, we can bring onto ourselves a beautiful life of blessing, positivity, and happiness. So Shabbat Shalom, may the Shabbat be with you, and as we finish the book of Leviticus this week and move on to the next book next week, we recite the famous words, Chazak, Chazak, v'nit chazek. Be strong, and maybe be strengthened. Shabbat Shalom.